Just about anywhere you need to be in Kent Narrows, you can get to by boat. And I would say there's probably just as many boats as cars here, maybe even more. And that's a good thing because the water and the boats you find on it are what keep the economy here afloat. They say a rising tide lifts all boats, and the Kent Narrows Boatel is proof of how important the tide is to this area.
The restaurants, the waterfront dining, the fishing, the water sports, just being able to access the water. Probably about 600 foot of new boardwalk.
Jody Schulz and his business partner built the Boatel because of Kent Narrows' central location to just about anywhere in the region via the water.
You keep your boat here and go somewhere different every day for probably 2 years and still not see everything.
Nearly 200 boats are stored in this high and dry facility. Customers can request access via an app.
And that app allows you to schedule your boat launch. So when your boat's scheduled to be in the water, it's in the water. There's no standing around waiting.
Once out on the water, you see everything Kent Narrows has to offer.
It's boats, it's bridges, it's outstanding, the freshest seafood you'd ever want to have. And it's just shore living, beautiful waterfront living, dining, and visiting experiences.
Something that may come as a surprise to many who pass through Kent Narrows, but may have never actually stopped for a visit.
Working within the visitor center, it's always interesting to see people coming from out of state or even in state and not realizing all the beautiful things that we have here to see and to do. And they're always pleasantly surprised.
Kent Narrows has evolved over the years as a result of the seafood that's brought to the docks here.
All the seafood comes into our dock, which is located behind us here. Boats come in daily.
Jason Ruth owns Harris Seafood, where daily hauls are processed and distributed throughout the world.
This time of the year in the spring and summer, we have the crab fishery starting up. We have the clamming industry where they're harvesting soft-shell clams and or razor clams, which are used for bait for the crabbing industry. We have a few gentlemen that are still catching eels, around the American eel around here right now, which is used for many different overseas shipments and for baits. We still have the oyster industry going on. In the summertime, we have an aquaculture fishery that's built here in Maryland. It's kind of ramped up in the last 10 years, and this is a predominant area for that as well.
Harris Seafood is also doing what it can to make sure the future of the local seafood industry remains strong.
Back in 2009, there was a huge initiative to kind of restore the bay. And one of the easiest ways to do that is put oysters back into the bay. Oysters filter the water's cleaner, grasses grow, and all these fish species and crabs actually live in the grass and kind of blossom as that goes forward.
Harris Seafood raises 70 million oysters a year. Shells from those oysters are cleaned and made available for oyster larvae in tanks.
The larvae swims around for 2 to 3 days, up to a week. As it attaches and grows and forms its own shell, we then plant it on our leases out here in the bay. 3 years later, voila, if everything goes right, we have our own oysters again.
Oysters that can be enjoyed around the world or at one of the 9 dock and dine restaurants located along the water.
They have transient boat slips, so you can call ahead, or you can just cruise right in.
But nighttime is not the only time to enjoy Kent Narrows. A fun day can start as the day starts.
One of the most exciting things to do here is to get up early in the morning, watch the sunrise, get up with the fishermen, get up with the watermen, and if you like, you can go charter boat fishing, head boat fishing, watch the sunrise, spend all day out on the Chesapeake Bay or in one of the nearby rivers, Chester River, Eastern Bay here, and come home probably with some fish.
The future's looking bright for Kent Narrows, and Jody says he's ready for what's to come as the Boatel is expanding.
And we decided to pull the trigger on phase 2, which will hold another 170 boats. So we'll have a total of probably 370 boats that we can keep here, and we'll have 12,000 square foot of commercial space on the ground level on our new phase. We'll have a waterfront restaurant also in a separate building right on the Kent Narrows waterfront restaurant dock bar. That'll probably be the premier spot to come to in Kent Narrows, right on the water.
So whether you get here by car or by boat, The fun adventures and the sun will always await your arrival. And although this area has a rich history, it has so far to go. There's so many new and exciting things coming to Kent Narrows. So I guess all we can say is stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. And speaking of staying tuned, you're going to want to keep it right here on Delmarva Life Small Town Series Kent Narrows, because we're getting ready to eat. Stay with us.